Hello and welcome to my review of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 for the Nintendo Switch. Now let me just start off with saying that I never thought Xenoblade Chronicles 2 would come out in December. I give great props to Monolith Soft for coming out with that. It is great to see the Nintendo on the bright path and the end of the year on with a great JRPG. So let me dive into why this is such a good JRPG and why as a Nintendo fan and you should buy this game. So let me give the basic synopsis of the game. You are basically playing a young scavenger by the name of Rex, who is living in this world known as Allrest, where there is no continents. You live on the backs of giant titans, as they're called, and that's how you survive. There's a cloud sea that surrounds the entire world, and you either go in there and drown and live in the sea, or you live on the backs of these titans where the quarrel is most of these titans are dying out now. It's been, hundreds of years, and now these titans are starting to die out, thus causing less ground, and thus causing a war to potentially erupt. And that has a lot of people fighting each other, looking for weapons, and it's really a great microcosm to what will happen in our life, because, we will run out of space for the majority of the people. So it's a great microcosm, but I'm not going to dwell into that. Like I said, you play the main character's name is Rex, and he's hired on by this mysterious group of people to dive into the sea and find this. Really, he has no idea, but he eventually finds Pyre, which is Aegis. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, which is named Pyra, and now everyone wants Pyre. She's a fantastic blade, very powerful blade, one of the most powerful blades in all of Allrest, and people are starting, and that's kingdoms and countries are coming after her and wanting this blade to defend and use and battle when the war eventually erupts. And along the way, you'll meet partners like Nia and Dorma, which I love. I love Nia and Dorma's relationship. I think that was fantastic. So anyway, that's pretty much the story. And your job for Rex is to get her to the World Tree, which is the only really non-Titan continent in this world. So you go on the journey together, and if you ever played Xenoblade Chronicles games, it's very much. I've never played the original Xenoblade Chronicles, but I have played X, and the world is very much like X. There's a lot of creatures rolling around that you can fight, you can train, or you can fight against and level up. A lot of grinding as well. What's different about this in X is the battle mechanic. Now, a lot of people don't like the battle mechanic, and I, for one, I wish it was turn-based. I really do. I think that would make this game a little bit more, but I don't like the just swailing around. I don't know what that's called, to be honest, but it's just literally you have to stand in a place and start just mashing buttons. To me, it's not fun. I mostly am invested in Xenoblade for the story anyway, but it's just the gameplay really didn't do it for me. If you played, you know what I mean. At least in Xenoblade Chronicles X, I can move around and attack. I literally have to stay in one spot to attack in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and I just think that was a little rough for the character. It just made the game slag and kind of didn't feel. It stopped the momentum from the game for me, because it is a very confusing game, to say the least. It took me a little bit to really grasp the game as a whole and the gameplay footage, and it was just a lot to take in, a lot to see, and it was hard. It was a lot to take in. I did get the hang of it. It's not, impossible to learn, but there's a lot of different things you have to do, like blades, the type of blades you get, elemental effects, should you wait to charge your super, should you not? There's a lot to take in. How's it run on the Switch? It runs very fantastic, looks beautiful on the Switch, yes, it may be technically underpowered, but it can produce some amazing looking games, as we've seen from this year. And Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is no different. Graphically, there was a couple times when there was dropped in frame rate a little bit when there's a lot of things on the screen, but that's expected, especially from a game like Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I have to give it up for Monolith Soft. They did not cut corners here. It was a very polished game, very beautiful. The voice acting was actually pretty good, surprisingly. The lip syncing was off at a couple spots I noticed, but the English voice acting is very good. I like the little accents they all have. Pyra, I love. I'm super excited. I hope she's in Smash or with Rex. It helps you anything. They're in Smash. They have to be in Smash. Coming up. So like I said, the gameplay was okay. And the music. Oh, we talked about music. By far, great music. Beautiful music, beautiful sounds. You couldn't have asked for a better score for a game. I don't know. I know it's not Koji Kondo, but someone does music for this game, and it's amazing. And I hope they continue to do more stuff and maybe take some of his ideas and put it into other games. Especially with Koji Kondo coming down the pike of him retiring soon. He wants to get out of it, most likely. So that's understandable. So what would I score Xenoblade Chronicles 2? This is a very general review, by the guys. I don't go into very much details. That's for you. I give a general overview for you guys to see that if you guys want to buy this game and delve into yourself. This is a very general overview. If I have to give it a score, I would give this game an 8 out of 10. Like I said, the gameplay was not my favorite in the series. I like Xenoblade Chronicles X's gameplay. You don't feel lost. It's very much more pinpoint where you have to go. I love it. The story is phenomenal. If you love story games, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is a great game for that. So yeah, I would give this an 8 out of 10. I would definitely recommend this game to a new Switch owner or someone who's more involved in JRPG and wants a little more challenge. I think that's a very good thing. Potentially coming off Mario, which wasn't challenging, Xenoblade Chronicles is challenging. But let me give me your thoughts in the comments below, or tweet me at Temple of Games. I would love to hear your comments and have discussions based on this, because I just love Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and maybe we can talk about other stuff. Thanks, guys. Bye.